In this Circuits of the Past video, you'll see a photo tour around the Népliget track in Budapest, home of the 1936 Hungarian Grand Prix. Hermann took this photo series in 2010, before he had a video camera, but he promises on his next visit he'll be back to film the complete lap on video for us. The Npliget circuit was a street circuit through the Népliget Park in the Hungarian capital of Budapest. Népliget is Hungarian for People's Park. The layout of the Népliget circuit contained only one long straight. This was, of course, the central axis for the start-finish straight, and the rest of the layout contained a long series of different corners. The Népliget circuit was used for the first time in 1936 to host the first ever Hungarian Grand Prix. Here, the current path has been changed compared to 1936. There used to be a long right-hander here, which is now a short straight. They needed the space for the power station that's just to our right-hand side. Today is actually a little bit scary to be here in the Népliget Park. It's now a place filled with drifters and prostitutes. Hopefully not on a buy one get one free offer. When Hermann made these photos in 2010, he saw drifters in the bushes on our right hand side. Suddenly, one of the drifters started screaming, and it startled Hermann. He then waved gently to the drifter, who said something back to him in Hungarian. Hermann couldn't understand what he said, but it didn't sound too friendly. Clearly, he's not the president of the Zolt Baumgartner Fan Club. What will they do when Hermann comes back here with a video camera? Good luck. Anyway, back to the 1936 Hungarian Grand Prix. In the 1930s, the German car manufacturers Mercedes and Auto Union dominated Grand Prix racing. They especially ruled the roost on the fast circuits where they were unbeatable because of their powerful engines. Initially, it seemed that they would also be victorious in the 1936 Hungarian Grand Prix too. In the early race, Rudolf Caracciola took the lead from Auto Union driver Bernd Rosemeyer, but after 26 laps his Mercedes engine collapsed, which handed the place and the lead back to Rosemeyer. Meanwhile, Tazio Nuvolari, in his underpowered Alfa Romeo, put Mercedes driver Manfred Monbrauchwitz under pressure for second place. Manfred made a mistake and went right off the track. This made the way clear for Nuvolari to get into second and chase after Rosemeyer on the twisty Népliget circuit. After a few laps, Nuvolari took the lead from Rosemeyer and won the race with a lead of 14.2 seconds. Achille Varzi came home in third place with his Auto Union, but he was a staggering 2 laps behind. The 100,000 spectators who witnessed the race witnessed how powerful German teams can be defeated. The 1936 race would be the only pre-war Hungarian Grand Prix. When World War II broke out in 1939, there were no more races in Europe for the next 6 years. After World War II, the Népliget circuit hosted the European Touring Car Championship in the 1960s on a slightly modified layout. Besides the European Touring Car Championship, there were also amateur races with anything that was drivable. But this all stopped in 1972, and the Népliget circuit was never used for racing again. We're now in the part of the Népliget Park where motorised vehicles are allowed. As you saw, in the part before this, it was only open for pedestrians and cyclists. In the early 80s, when Formula One boss Bernie Ecclestone wanted a Grand Prix behind the Iron Curtain, in 1983 the Hungarian government ordered an investigation into different possibilities to organise a Grand Prix, and one of those was at the old Népliget circuit. There were ambitious plans to make the track suitable for Formula One again, but in the end they came to the conclusion that it would be better to build a brand new purpose-built circuit. What was that? The Hungaroring. The Hungaroring has hosted every Hungarian Grand Prix since 1986, and since the Hungaroring is only a short distance away, it seems unlikely that there will ever be a return to the Népliget Park. Today, the layout of the old Nëpliget circuit is almost unchanged. If you want to, you can follow the old racetrack, just like Herman did. But look out for the drifters! So that's Herman's lap of the 1936 Hungarian Grand Prix layout of Npliget Park. More information about this lost circuit can be found at www.circuitsofthepast.com. On that website you can also download a free ebook about 7 abandoned racetracks that you can visit legally. For now though, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next video of another bygone circuit from the past.